I hit you up. Later. Like la da di da di da.
Come on, nigga.
Me?
No, this nigga.
What he do? It would have been nice if you guys told me we were gonna film today, but it's okay.
This is just to see how easy it goes.
See how what?
How easy it goes.
I don't want to start shopping every week yet.
Come on, nigga. Press the record button. Let's go.
I position my mic.
Nigga, what are you doing?
Nigga, you fucking, why y'all always do this?
What's the problem? No. Why you always got to be the one to press the button? What's the problem?
Nothing's the problem.
Nigga, the intro was almost over and you stopped the recording. For
Because
what?
I want to pull something up.
You couldn't do that while the shit was fucking.
I was setting my mic up.
You couldn't do that. You were sitting here on Instagram the whole time. The whole time. And go ahead. Go ahead.
You got a fucking issue?
Go ahead. I promise
You got
you'll
a
regret
fucking
that.
issue? Fuck you laughing at.
I promise you'll regret that.
That bullshit out of here.
Shut up.
You fucking
Shut up. Press record.
I'll shoot you right in your dick right now.
Press record. Press record. Press record.
Yo, you know you don't have to unrecord it just to stop the music from playing, right?
Shut up. Do the intro.
Welcome to the safe place for fucking Toxic Masculinity Podcast. It's your boy Trap. This nigga from 63rd over here. Fucking push the guard. And this nigga MC's
Love.
It's popping, nigga.
Me.
You getting flashbacks or something? The
Me.
fuck?
That was popping.
You don't want to keep pointing guns in niggas' faces. What's wrong with you, man? Nigga sitting on the couch with a 4-shooter got the nerve to be threatening somebody.
Oh shit! How y'all niggas doing this Sunday Eve night?
Tired.
Straight.
This came from a fucking 3.5 hour drive where nigga almost rolled this shit up like a soda can this afternoon.
Daddy duties.
I don't follow.
Because
You was on daddy duties all weekend.
You wanted to extend your Valentine's Day into a Valentine's Day week.
Actually, so it was snowing when I left here on Friday. But when she left on the 15th, she took my laundry. Like, oh yeah, I'll do the laundry. You just come here Friday and get it.
Oh shit!
So like my clothes
That was the play.
are
It was 300 miles away.
Word.
That was the play. It's lit.
That's hilarious.
She's like, next time, do your own laundry. I told you to leave it. I knew that there was going to be more snow this week. I didn't know when.
Did she even get to do it?
Nigga, she did the laundry yesterday.
I mean,
What you mean? I mean, you had it since Monday.
it was bait for you to get there, nigga. I mean, it wasn't like,
Yep.
Yeah, but then you want me to come with you to do the laundry. For all of that, I could have done the laundry myself.
So not only did she set the place, she said, "Fuck him. I ain't even gonna hide this shit."
She was, just come with me. Come with me. It's across the street.
Trav, last time we was here, your Valentine's Day was just starting. How'd that end for you? How'd that go?
It was all right. You know what I'm saying? Out here in these streets,
Were you
lonely as ever.
No, you wasn't. Don't lie.
Yes, I was.
What's her name?
Yo, you can't be doing this shit now that we shooting video.
What difference does it make? You had your little Megan Thee Stallion, didn't
You're
you?
gonna be watching.
And
What that mean?
watching the lies on your face.
I don't lie. Like, I tell white lies to spite. I mean,
Anyway, nigga, how did your Valentine's go?
it was good.
How much
I
ass you ate?
I ate some
Ass.
quesadillas. I smoked a couple L's. I went to bed. Another day in the books.
Okay.
That's
You know
the
what I'm
story.
saying? I might have got on Clubhouse for a few.
While she was there,
What?
that was clubhousing together.
Who's she?
Whoever she is.
I don't know who she is.
Me either.
Y'all gonna make me edit and put the fucking conversation from last week in this.
Where I said I
episode.
was going to eat some butt.
And you had a Valentine.
And you asked someone to be a Valentine.
I
On top
did
of that.
not.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in.
I asked. All right. I asked. I was playing though. I don't really celebrate that stuff. Y'all know this. Know what I'm saying?
Nigga, you wouldn't be fucking us. They
Y'all
need to know
this.
that.
But that's what I'm saying. Y'all know I don't really celebrate that shit. Like, I was playing around.
Were the girls
But
that
do
was
they
expecting
know that,
something from
though?
you know that?
I don't know if they were or they weren't, but they didn't say nothing about it.
Do they ever?
Yeah.
Have you been ghosted in the last week?
No.
So?
Trap worldwide, baby. Know what I'm saying? Even if I'm not near, I'm near.
Yeah, whatever, nigga.
So you don't have no romance went on with you this week. This weekend. Last week.
Romance?
Yeah, you ain't romance nothing.
No. No romances.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have some stories next week.
Why, you got some romances planned?
No.
Some POPOs?
I'm just saying, you never know when something might walk up on you throwing it. I mean,
Okay.
how's the married life?
Who's married here?
Both of y'all niggas are in civil unions.
New York don't acknowledge that.
What you talking about?
Oh. What do they call those? Civil unions? Domestic partnerships?
Domestic
Where you're like,
partnership,
common law marriage?
New York doesn't acknowledge that.
They don't?
No.
No.
Oh. That's mad funny. So now I got leverage for this fucking... Last night, these niggas were bringing people into room. They were pinging girls into rooms to be like... Basically, the title was Single Mothers Are Undesirable. Right? So they were bringing...
Are they?
We could expound... We could get into that in a second. But when they were pinging women into rooms that are single mothers to like tear them apart. So...
Your peoples?
Not my people. So, whatever. I went over there, whatever. But basically, this nigga was saying that you can. The question was, if you had a 23-year-old son, as a single mother, would you advise? He comes home and he's like, you know, he makes 6 figures or he's close to 6 figures. He's
At
successful
23?
at 23, right? Would you advise, that's a good point. Would you advise him as a single mother to go, he comes home and he's like, yo, I got this girl, mom, you know, she's fire, she's intellectual, I love her, blah 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 blah. But she has 2-3 kids.
So she hits all the bases except she got 2-3 kids.
Right.
Okay.
So the question was, would you as a single mother advise her to go and date this person? And so from that, like, they were basically, obviously all the single mothers are like, depending on the situation, why not? You know what I'm saying? They were using that as opportunities to call them bad mothers and saying, see, this is why our community is fucked, because they want to do that. They want to be advised. You're going to put your son down a rabbit hole that he can't crawl out of. You already fucked his social up with cable bills and this and that. So they remind me of, like, they're all like probably under 27. So they remind me of like militant me as a 23, 24-year-old. But I wasn't ripping apart single mothers.
So you was OG in the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So I was like, yo, y'all niggas just sound like little hurt niggas that, y'all in that stage of life where bitches is running your pockets and, fucking tricking you off and keeping it moving. Hey, y'all just mad at women. Just relax. Like, gotta relax. But yeah, the guy, one of the guys said that he brought up the idea that, you could advise your son to do that, and then he winds up having to pay child support via common law marriage for some kids that ain't even his, because he emotionally involved himself with them and the state could rule that. I'm like, are you really using this as leverage for this argument, my nigga?
Yeah, sometimes they'll make you continue to do what you've been doing.
Word.
I get it, right? But I'm sure if we I didn't pull up numbers, but I'm sure if we pulled up statistics on this, it's not as common. It's not so common that it's relevant. Just hearing it, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this going on left and right? First of all, how many fucking relationships last 10 years? Realistically,
I think common law got to be 7.
I thought it was 10.
In most states, I believe it's 7.
Even 7.
And I don't think it matters with the child support thing, because if you are assuming responsibility, they're going to make you continue to.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Wait, if you're assuming responsibility, well, the whole point
if you're
was,
in a relationship with her and y'all living together and you taking care of the household, just because y'all break up, common law says you are still responsible for the kids in that household.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But only common law? But I'm saying maybe you don't have to be in a relationship for 7 years or in common law for that to.
Well, that's what they were saying, that via common law that can happen.
I don't know what triggers, like, how long it has to be for you to take care of the kids, but it's like,
I be the baby pappy.
I be the pappy. I the pappy.
I the pappy.
Listen, my thing is this. Would they be advising them, or would they just be talking? Because if you got a 23-year-old man and you're a single mother, you done stop being able to influence and control this nigga like 10 years ago. So how you going to position that that's destroying the community? Mothers have been trying to control their sons for forever. It's why we have this push in the black community to get black men back in the home in the first place. Once that nigga got bass in his voice, he was like, yeah, whatever you talking about, woman. So
For the most part.
at 23, he gonna do what the fuck he gonna do anyway. It don't matter what you say. So, and this was last night at 3:00 in the morning. Think about it. Little 20-something-year-olds. So the reason I got involved was because one of my friends that be in my rooms, they pinged her in there. She's a single mom of 2, and they just tore her up. Like, so she came back in the room. So when I went in the room, they was like, they couldn't really own up to it. So I was like, why are we in here for? Like, everybody just jumped out to go defend her. And then somebody shut their room down, so then they came back to my room, and that's where I was like, Y'all just some little young niggas that's like hurt and whatever. Everybody goes through it. You'll be all right. But it's 3 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. This is the last thing that you should be doing. Clubhouse episodes.
Nah, you should be looking for
Some
single mothers at that time.
I guess. But word. So yeah. I got leverage for that argument. But I'm not rehashing it though. I'm just saying. People love beating
Put it
dead
in your
horses.
pocket for later.
Huh?
Put it in your pocket for later.
Yeah. People love beating dead horses on Clubhouse.
It's an easy target.
Huh?
It's an easy target.
Yeah. They was like remodeling. They're trying to be like Dr. B. They're trying to be like Brandon and doing it horribly because they're just angry. Like Brandon don't be bringing people in.
And they're
his room
not
to violate
doctors.
them. Huh?
And they're not doctors.
Yeah, he's not a doctor. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you missed the point there. But
No, it does the little niggas.
right.
But word. Yo, so I've been trying to watch Judas and the Black Messiah for
What's so hard?
9 days.
What's so hard?
I keep falling asleep.
Watch it at a decent hour.
Right, that's what it is. I gotta watch it during the daytime or something, or in the evening.
It's only like an hour and a half. It's just dumb short.
Yo, I'm telling you, mad times I done tried already.
It's mad short.
You also be trying to watch it after you don't smoke, and you know how you get after you smoke.
I mean, it be late.
But you
I'm
sat through
tired.
Malcolm and Marie. Tough, huh?
Word.
Malcolm
Glued to the
and Marie was
TV.
cool.
Huh?
Y'all
That shit was
can't,
trash.
y'all can't say that doesn't mirror like relationships that y'all had.
Nigga, that don't mean that it was a good movie.
It was good because they embodied the fucking, you know.
Nigga, all they gotta do is go on social media to see that.
Yeah.
Tell me I'm lying.
This is true. See niggas going back and forth and people posting up statuses.
On most of our timelines, we've seen that. I can say with 100% certainty that between the three of us, we've all seen that on our timeline.
That's a fact. I just thought it was cool. Good little piece.
That's the shit you like.
Right.
It's not. The fuck? So y'all just think I like to sit around on some relationship shit all day?
What do you do on Clubhouse all day?
I just be chilling.
And
Talking
what kind
about
of rooms do you
relationship
be
all
in?
day.
And what kind of rooms do you be in while you chilling on
Yo,
Clubhouse?
all week I've been doing my own rooms.
And what are those-
Bro, I was just in a room with you
Just
last
because
week.
it's called vibes don't mean that they talking
the-
about some bullshit.
What is that? The black man therapy room?
Oh, that was hard.
But what were they talking about? Before you get in a relationship, you should.
Oh yeah.
Before you get in a relationship with her, you should. He should.
That was just the topic. The last week's topic was Dear Mama.
Again, that's relationship shit.
Interpersonal,
Relationship.
I guess.
Finish the whole phrase.
Yeah, but it's
Interpersonal relationships.
I like that type of stuff sometimes, but you know,
Sometimes
there's always this lifelong mission
Bro.
of figuring out the.
I see you in the black man therapy rooms. The only room that I see you in where that's like relationships is not the topic is
My room.
your room. All the other rooms that you be in, and it's important to note that your room don't start until midnight. All the other rooms that you be in all day,
So what do they talk about in your rooms?
We just be
Nothing.
chilling, talking shit.
nothing.
A little bit of flirting, a little bit of chilling, a little bit of vibing.
Name calling.
Nah, we don't really. Sometimes I smoke a little blunt, get nice vibe out.
Make them listen to you smoke blunts.
No, I'll be on mute.
So the last couple of times that I was in the room, I fell asleep in the room.
Like 3 days in a row.
I mean, it's like
You fell asleep in the room 3 days in a row?
word. And I'm sure a nigga was trying to talk to me.
Multiple times.
Nigga, it's midnight. If y'all niggas know me, y'all already know the phone begin to wind down at 10:30. By 11 o'clock, I'm in the bed. My phone is on Do Not Disturb. If you have an emergency, call 911. Because if you banking on me to help you, you in trouble.
Nigga be knocked the fuck out.
So like the only reason why I was able to be in those rooms those past few nights is because that's how late I was working. That on my way home, it's like, oh, I got pinged in this room.
On your way, you was on your way home at that time?
Yeah, because I had
Christ.
driven to Middletown to pick up a car and then to drop the same car up. So like I'm up, I get back here around midnight, and until I sit down, I still have the energy. So I'm moving around, got the AirPod in, making a plate. As soon as I sit in the bed, I ain't even have to lay. As soon as I sit on the bed, shit over. And I think it was 2 nights. But the same thing. Like I sit, I ate my plate. I was interacting while I was eating the plate. As soon as I finished the plate and put on the end table and swing my feet from the floor into the bed, the rest is history. And like I know that I fell asleep because I woke up with my AirPod in. And I don't sleep with these shits in. Like I don't be on Clubhouse at night. Like when I'm on, I be in podcast rooms and shit, networking rooms to pick the brains of other podcasters and shit. But like that's the only room that he be in that's not relationship shit. Everything else, even the Hunger Games rooms, right? Like they always find their way back to relationships. And this is why we date white men. And you bitches ain't shit for dating these white men.
No what?
That's not what happens.
We don't call them bitches.
You don't?
No.
Okay. They still ain't shit for dating these white men.
So we don't condone swirling in the rooms. So you can't come in there. You can't say patriarchy, misogyny, and you can't be talking about no swirling. Those are the 3 rules in Hunger Games. Know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Black men don't apply to the patriarchy. So when black women pull that out of their hat like a rabbit, it's like
you don't see how they could think that though?
It doesn't matter what I see, how they could think. We don't apply to it. So,
well, why don't you just correct them on it?
Because they don't listen. You know this. They just do what the fuck they want to do. Yo, I'm repping heavy right now.
What you repping exactly?
I got all black owned gear.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Even that sweater?
Yeah, the sweater is, but I don't know where the fuck that shit comes from. I know it's black owned.
Why don't you know?
I just bought it. I forgot who it is.
Put your lips on the mic, boy.
Shout out my man Guy Fisher, MV NYC Movers. And I would stand up and show you the Bulldog. My nigga D Dave. SMPL clothing on the come up. Good stuff.
Shout out to them.
But word. What y'all niggas did this week?
Work.
Yo, are you still like being a stay-at-home dad or are you back to work?
What? I've been at work since fucking June, nigga.
Oh, okay. Didn't you have like 8 months off?
I had 3.5 months off.
That's gangster. I never heard of people having longer than a month.
That shit started in 2016, the FMLA.
Oh, where like men get to have?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting.
See,
maybe I would have known if I had a kid.
What you waiting for, old man?
Or a job.
Or a job. Someday soon. What I'm waiting for?
Yeah.
You have one. And she was hella hype too.
Aren't they all?
She got a little lick in her system and turned into a chatty patty, son.
She called you?
Nigga, we was there on his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
When we went to the bar.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm trying to have a conversation with this nigga. And she's like sitting behind me. But I'm talking to him. And she keeps tapping me to talk to me. It's like, yo, the girls are over there. Like, There's 2 of them. Go over there.
Hey man,
He got a new thing lined up now. Though.
she got a new thing lined up.
Oh yeah, she ain't following you around Clubhouse no more.
Mm-mm. She never was on Clubhouse. She just
I think that I think that she got some issues that she's trying to like.
Fuck her way through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Issues stem from Travis.
No.
No, but I'm pretty sure
It added to it.
she thought that that Trav would be the wave that she could ride. Like, all right,
I'm surprised, man, because Travis usually a fixer.
facts.
That's over with.
This one, this one wasn't. She wasn't worth fixing, or
No.
she was unfixable, or what?
Listen,
She was too old.
I helped her. Listen,
Listen, I feel where you
I
coming
did good
from,
work
bro.
there.
I feel where you coming
Yeah, if
from.
anybody
wasn't
feel
saying
where
that
you
with
coming from,
malice.
it's definitely him.
I always do good work, regardless.
I
Did
can't
you though?
tell, bro.
I did good work there.
I don't think so.
Great work.
Not the way you be
She
talking.
didn't get what she want. She didn't get what she wanted.
She got what she
something-
needed?
She got something she needed.
Okay.
And what was that?
I'm not talking about no sexual shit, you jerk offs.
No, obviously.
She got something that she needed.
What was that?
I reconnected her with somebody very important and crucial to her being by holding the
Who, her
person
dog?
accountable.
A dog?
Her dog? No. Her pops.
Why, you knew him? So,
No.
you
I
just-
evaluated the situation and they needed to reconnect. So I reconnected them.
You did that, or you just told her to do it.
Nope. I hit them up.
How cute.
See what I'm saying? Got to hold our fellow brothers accountable.
Well, you told me he's a fuck nigga.
That's why she don't fuck with you now.
I didn't tell him he was a fuck nigga. I mean, sophisticatedly, maybe a little bit. Like, what type of shit is this?
So I recently read this book called Never Split the Difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the long and short of the book is it's a book about negotiation
Right.
in anything. The author is a retired FBI hostage negotiator. So for someone whose negotiations life depends on it, I'd say he's pretty credible, right?
Okay.
But there's a difference between you're right and that's right. So like when you're talking with somebody and they're like, you're right. They tell you that so you can shut
So you
up.
can shut up. Yeah.
But if you can get them to say that's right, it shows like you
They-
heard what they were saying and
They
connected
digested it and
Yeah.
it's,
You probably
they
got
ready
it,
to
you're
stand
right.
on that. Huh?
with them. You probably got a you're right. You should call your dad. You're right.
But I'm the one that well, yeah, that it was like that, but then it was like she was like in distress because holidays, her birthday, this and that. Just like I just don't understand this and that. All right, I got you. Go ahead,
That's why you're supposed to be the one. Get on the phone.
Listen, as long as I did some good work, I do good work with all of them, all of God's children,
Do you?
most of them. If
I'm asking the question.
if you around me, look, I done turned to
Speak your mind, King.
even the short term ones, they get some good work done. I inspired a gang member.
Shut up, nigga. Shut up.
Listen.
It's important to note that she was 30 when she joined the gang.
Listen.
A 30-year-old mom.
But I'm not. This is not me bragging. I'm just saying, like yo, here's a
what'd you
cool.
convince
You
her
didn't
to
fix
do?
that.
Huh?
You didn't fix that.
What'd you convince her to do? What'd you fix?
Here's a cool direction.
You
Here's
didn't
some
fix that.
ideas.
But you didn't fix that.
I didn't.
No.
Why you say that?
She's still beating her chest and stomping her feet.
Nah, not really. She be chilling.
Okay.
She be chilling.
Okay.
Well, you heard about her on some street shit?
Okay.
Listen, I be doing good work. That's all I gotta say.
So why you by yourself, love doctor?
I'm not a love doctor. I'm just
And he
saying.
not by himself.
I like to
as
make-
much as he act like he is.
I like
he
to.
ain't.
I like to make impressions on the people that I interact with.
Well, I asked the question based off of what he tries to show us.
What am I trying to show
we
you?
know that Trav is a lovey-dovey type nigga. That's where the nickname came from.
Listen,
If I want a $150 steak, I'm gonna have a $150 steak. And if she want to go eat, she could eat too. If I want a $150 steak, I'm gonna eat that on my time. And then if my girl want to go out and eat,
she gonna get Applebee's.
we can go out and eat where she want to go.
No, that's. But why can't she come along for the experience
What experience?
of the
Ain't no
$150
experience,
steak?
I don't understand.
So you never gonna put her on to the experience of the $150 steak. She can't eat $150 steak too.
She could do whatever she'd like to do.
But she gonna have to discover it on her own, is what you're saying, and then let you know, because you ain't about to mention it.
And then I'll be like, "Where you eating $150 steaks without me?" That's crazy about you.
Oh
That's
shit!
crazy about you, son. I would never do that to you.
What about you?
What about me?
$150 steaks
Yeah, I don't mind.
once every 2 months.
But I think y'all shit is different too.
Whenever it happens.
Because like,
Them niggas be at the Cheesecake Factory like 3 times a week.
Not no more.
but I'm also saying like, so like I was around from the inception of this shit, right? Like they always ate out, like always. Like I don't know when she started cooking, like for him, but every day, like clockwork, they eating out. Now they're both at a position where they have good paying jobs, and they can afford to go and eat $150 steaks for each of them. It wasn't like that in the beginning,
Yeah.
right? So like they sort of like
Humble
evolved
beginnings.
together to be able to
Chinos and
yeah, we can
Applebee's.
do that.
Chinos and Applebee's, humble beginnings.
You feel me? Heavy on the chinos. Word.
Hot sauce, ketchup, barbecue on the fries.
No, I'm not that ghetto.
You don't put the hot sauce.
No hot sauce.
I don't put no fucking barbecue sauce on French fries. You niggas
But the
done lost
Chinese
their mind.
barbecue sauce be different. That
It's-
shit
no,
hit different.
I'm good. Ketchup, hot sauce. That's
Nigga, you definitely you know what the barbecue is? It's the same as the fucking sweet and sour sauce, minus I guess a couple of lemons. So you a sweet and sour poppy.
When?
Sweet and sour chicken all day. You switch to General Tso's like later in life before
Whatever, nigga.
or sesame, whatever.
He was a chicken wing and pork fried rice type nigga for a long
You
time.
know what I'm saying?
And I still love him.
I don't eat Chinese food, barely. Once in a blue.
I probably haven't eaten. I haven't
Ever
eaten
since
Chinese.
I can't believe you still eat that shit. This nigga forked a rat head, I'm pretty sure,
I
in some
thought I did at one point.
General Tso's chicken one time.
I thought I did.
Nigga, that shit don't stop me. They season the shit. They season that shit up.
MSG.
Fuck it.
Yo, I had Chick-fil-A twice this week.
Where?
I had grilled nuggets.
Where?
Grilled nuggets.
Where'd you go?
Those are
Manhattan.
gross.
Where?
I had
I
Where?
don't like those.
6th Avenue.
22nd Street.
Whichever one's on 6th Avenue.
You know, 6th Avenue run the entire length of Manhattan.
Oh. I don't know the cross street, nigga. I just GPS it and pull up.
But where do you be to pull up? Like, do you be in the Bronx?
I was in the Bronx. I was in my house, and then I went
Oh,
there.
so you probably boy uptown, like 50-something street.
There's like the first time I went there was only one at NYU. Now there's like
That's- I
5.
think
few now.
that's a newer one.
That's a newer one.
No, NYU was the original.
That's the first time I ever had Chick-fil-A. Like, and he told
In
me
Manhattan
about it.
anyway.
Because there's one on 34th. and what is that? 8th? No, 8. It's 6th, 7th or 6th, and in 34th Street. It's right on the corner.
And it's tall, right? It's like 2 stories up.
Yeah,
That was the first one outside of NYU.
The NYU one is Avenue of the Americas, right?
Mm-hmm.
that's 6th Avenue.
Okay, so I was in another one on 6th Avenue somewhere else.
No, the one at NYU is on University Avenue.
Oh, okay. You got to go in the school downstairs.
Yeah, some shit like that.
They don't even got the full menu type shit.
It's probably some.
You got to grab it
license
yourself.
shit.
The one on 22nd Street, I frequent.
Yeah, I don't think they would go down that far.
That's what I'm saying.
Because you would have to pass
Man,
ones that are
Yeah.
closer.
That's what I'm saying.
they got quite a few of them shits now.
Yeah, there's a few now. They're everywhere.
When I went to the NYU one, there was only that and maybe one other one. I guess the NYU one was closer.
Chick-fil-A
Their
is not a
customer
bad
service
gig.
is fucking immaculate.
It is. Bro, I be going. So there's one like 3 miles from where I work. They be outside in the cold, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Walking
The
up to your
iPad.
car with the iPad.
Yo, bro,
Taking.
the nigga, first of all, I go inside. He's like, cash or credit, sir? I'm like, credit. He's like, oh, if it were cash, all right, I'll take it right here. I'm like, all right. So I asked him for a couple sauces. The nigga gave me 20 sauces
Yeah.
in a bag. Like,
Yeah.
Then nigga walked me outside. Went to open the car door. I sit down. He closes the car door. It was a pleasure to serve you, sir. So, oh,
Listen,
am I supposed to get this nigga $20?
they're big on the customer service.
Yeah.
I think they probably have hands down the best
Fast
service in fast food, like customer service wise.
They beating some of these restaurants too.
I'm sure, but like hands down, all of fast food they got them beat. Like there's no question they're unmatched.
Nigga, Burger King around the corner is charging niggas for extra sauces.
Nigga, that's all of these motherfuckers. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Yeah, 25 cents. Bro, you just gave me 50 nuggets and 2 sauces, bro.
Nigga, my thing is, y'all the ones that made these motherfucking sauces. We could have been conditioned to eat dry ass nuggets for eternity.
Or just some regular
Y'all
ass
made the
ketchup.
fucking sauce.
But 2 sauces? I just ordered 50. You can go to Burger King and what is it? 20 nuggets for $1.19.
That's not chicken.
What I'm saying, I didn't say chicken nuggets. I just said nuggets.
I
Right?
don't know what that is.
That's
For
like-
$1.50, but
That's like when Kentucky Fried Chicken changed to KFC. Shit
I'm
got
good.
spooky.
I'm good.
So I've never eaten it because
Me either.
in my mind it's like
It's impossible.
20 nuggets.
$5 is too cheap.
for $1. What?
Wait, that's Burger King?
Burger King.
Wow.
It's like, yeah, nah, I'm cool on that, bro. You ain't got to.
Motherfucker with
Niggas
it.
grinding out. Nigga, that sound like dinner for the next week. It's a major savings.
Nah, I'm good off that. But
Yeah.
like, they might give you like 3 sauces. It's like, yo, for a 4-piece, you give me 1 sauce.
Yeah.
Nigga, I will check the
Order
bag.
multiple 4 pieces.
I would check the bag. First of all, I don't ever order nuggets from fucking nowhere except Chick-fil-A apparently.
Yeah, but you got the grilled nuggets though.
I
That
got
is not
the
the way.
first day I got the fried one. The second day I got the grilled one.
That is not the wave.
The grilled they mad good. I'm trying to be healthy.
So eat a grilled sandwich.
They told me the grilled nuggets was lit with the Polynesian sauce.
Who's they?
Niggas on Clubhouse.
See what happens when you listen to people?
It was good though.
I don't like that Polynesian sauce like that.
They got sriracha sauce. That
I put it. I
fuck with
put
the
it on the
Chick-fil-A sauce,
fried
though.
shit. Like on the fried one, I like the Polynesian.
see,
sauce.
I didn't get no fries, and I know them fries is
No,
fun.
no, no.
He said
Not
fried.
fries. The fried
Chicken.
nuggets.
Oh, the fried nuggets. Got you.
Yeah.
The other shits is just chopped up. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Chopped up
it's just
grilled chicken. It's good though. They season the motherfuck out of it
so eat the grilled sandwich
and get
and
some
get
regular
the
nuggets.
regular nuggets. Like you want to be healthy because you only had nuggets or you had a sandwich.
I
too?
had a sandwich.
So you had a fried sandwich.
I had a grilled sandwich and a grilled nuggets.
So you good then?
Nah.
He did the right thing.
No. You need the fried nuggets.
Nah,
It's
man,
only
let
a
him be
little
healthy,
bit of
man.
batter, right?
Let him be healthy, man.
I'm trying.
I'm trying to help him.
You gotta help him.
This nigga be
can
the
still get a
first
little
nigga like,
cheat
yo,
day.
you need to get rid of that.
You do. But the way to do that is to not have the fries, the sandwich, and the
Yeah, I
nuggets.
didn't get no fries. I
Not
just
for,
got a
yo,
grilled
not for nothing. The
sandwich.
mac and cheese is all right from there.
Yo,
I've not had it.
It looked like
It's
white
all right.
people mac and cheese.
No, it's all right. It's all right. It's tight. It's
No doubt.
I've never had it.
it's all right.
The brownies from there, though, bro.
It's not
the
just
softest
okay.
brownies I've
It's not
ever
just
had
so-
in my life.
That's brownies.
The brownies are okay. The
Come on,
chocolate
don't
chip
talk to me
cookies
about
are
brownies
ass.
now.
I've not had them, but they're
I ain't
brownies,
had no fucking.
bro.
The cookies are ass. Don't even try it.
Y'all niggas know I love cake. Do not talk to me about cake because I will go buy one.
Have fun.
And they sell it as a tray. You can get like the one piece, but they sell the tray of brownies too.
Talk about talking a nigga off a ledge.
Mad soft, bro.
Better than Domino's marble cookie brownie.
I never even tried that.
The marble
That is the
cookie
best
brownie,
high treat on the face of the earth.
The marble cookie brownie is cool.
You feel bad when you ate 6 squares out of the 9.
Nigga, that's me. And like I physically feel bad because my stomach is like, nigga, what are you doing? But my brain is like, yo, it's only 3 more.
Might as well finish
You have
it.
space.
Right.
What you gonna do? Save for tomorrow?
Yeah, like it's gonna be
Nigga went back
stale.
to the gym, B.
I seen you. You still strong?
I'm mad sore, Bobby.
You don't
Are you
stretch,
Are
bro.
you strong?
I've been. All right, so I'm sure. By the way, I'm supposed to go to the gym with your brother tomorrow, and I'm gonna be the most humble gym trainee ever.
You
Why?
should be.
Would you put?
Because I'm not fucking with this nigga, bro.
You should be.
This nigga's iron strongman competition every time we go to the gym.
Nah, he don't even lift crazy heavy no more.
Yeah, but he does 180 reps of everything. I'm not built for that yet.
That's how you going to tone
I'm
up.
gonna do 10% of whatever he does.
That's
and
how you
still be
going to
sore.
tone up.
I
Listen,
mean-
when I work out with him, I don't let him talk me into his weight. we not going to do that. I'm going to pick my poison. I'll do your number, but I'm going to pick my weight.
Yeah.
And if your number's ridiculous, I'm not doing your number. I think after years
this
of working
nigga-
out with him, like
all
we
this
didn't have to
nigga
speak about it.
all this nigga Chris sets is 6 minutes. This off his bench. He's going like this. You could go take a piss, get a water, get a fucking protein bar, come back. He's still. Nigga, ain't nobody doing all that shit.
I mean, the nigga is strong. Right? He's strong. But
I think I'm cool as fuck, like doing 20 reps the first set, 15, 12, and 10. Like
if you're doing that, you should be changing the weight.
I am.
Like up.
So I was pretty excited when I did chest. I'm gonna see about this week. I'm sure I got a little stronger. My chest is not sore. At
Yeah, but you
barely
need
at
to
all.
do legs, nigga.
Yeah, I'm doing legs with this nigga. That I'll fuck with. I'll fuck with it though.
Okay.
Nigga said, yo, all right. So on my third set, I didn't do 12. I didn't do 10.
He gonna make you vomit.
I got 220 on legs.
I'm telling you, bro.
I got 225 6 times.
It don't even be heavy, bro. It's just the workout as a whole. Like
No problem, big fella.
Niggas Iron Man. When y'all niggas coming back,
Never.
man? It's over?
Fuck, I look like.
it's not over. He gonna fuck with us on the weekends.
I am not.
He gonna get the full body in the 3 days.
That nigga always go back and,
Saturday, Sunday,
and hit
Monday.
you up the next day talking about he got water on his knees anyway.
Yeah, this nigga goes with this shit.
He like, yo, I can't fuck with you. I'll
From
probably
not
fuck with you
running?
tomorrow. You know, hearing it from this nigga.
From lifting, from doing bench. My knees are fucked up. Shut up.
They could be like, I got water on my knees. Yo, what is that when your elbow feel like it got it feel like it's like It feel like a handball went over my elbow.
I was hurting, nigga. What the fuck?
Yeah, but you use that. You don't. Normally,
No, I
people
don't.
be hurt and they get sore and then they heal and then they come back.
The last time I was
You
going
be
to the
like-
gym with you, you quit first.
You keep saying that. What gym was this?
PF.
In Castle Hill?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure it was the water on the knee story then too.
Okay.
I wasn't working out with y'all niggas, so I don't know. I'm not privy to those conversations.
The longest I got to work out with Marcus, I think the Planet Fitness was the longest session though.
Yes, and you quit.
We can go back. I can bring somebody.
I'm good.
Nah, just
Come on, just come.
For what? I got no time for that shit.
You got time.
You got time.
I don't.
People
do.
make time for what they want to, make time for.
I don't have time.
You still on Destiny 3 times a week?
Yes.
Okay, so you got time.
7.
Huh?
7 times a week.
Exactly. You could skip 1 hour of Destiny and come work out.
Now, what time y'all work out?
What time you get out? You be home by
Nigga.
like what?
Export open until 11, nigga. You home
Tomorrow I get
before
home
then.
till 11.
Nah, not jacking that.
Serious.
I'm not jacking that.
I'm dead serious.
It's actually 10.
They close at 10?
Same thing.
No, I won't make it 10. Promise you.
You'll make it at 10.
So you get home after 10 every day.
No, I don't get home after 10. But if I get out of work at 7, I make it to the Bronx or Co-op City for that matter. You do the math.
We'll pick you up from the train, bro.
Okay.
That way.
How am I gonna get home?
Somebody drop you off.
Take you home.
Okay.
Travel, take you home.
Okay. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
No, not tomorrow. I don't work tomorrow.
Even better.
Exactly.
Babysitting tomorrow.
Until 10.
I'm pretty sure Tina get out of work at like 2:30, nigga.
Hit me up. We'll talk.
I
Real
bet.
talk.
Oh shit. So yeah, that's cool. But yeah, nigga trying to, I did a harsh change. I'm like eating grilled chicken and shit. I had cats last night.
But bro,
Catch Deli?
you saying that
So
you're
you do
making
be
a
all the way
harsh
downtown.
change.
Once in a while,
What made you go to Cats?
I wanted cats.
So you just drove to Cats?
Hmm?
With by yourself?
My goodness.
Oh, so you were stunting to the Cats. Okay.
Nah, I haven't had cat. Look, my father
So
and
you
my
went to
mother.
go buy a $30 sandwich.
My
Facts.
father and my
two
yo.
$30
First of all, I didn't know that them shits was that expensive.
So you went to go catch
Now I
a $30
understand.
ride joint. Okay.
Why
Now-
y'all got hot dogs?
Now I understand why my father.
You and your sister got the glizzies.
We
Why?
used to go to Cats. They used to go to Cats mad times, and I always had to eat a funky ass hot dog. Them shits was good though, and maybe I get a pickle slice while these niggas eating these nice big,
Some
juicy.
niggas probably split one.
Back then it was like
joints.
$18. Now it's like $30.
It's really like $25 for a sandwich on rye bread, son. I ain't gonna lie.
And it only costs that because motherfuckers is still paying it. If niggas is like, oh nah, he's wilding, them prices be right back at $18.
Don't get me wrong.
Nigga,
You
there's a
could
whole
make 3
strip.
sandwiches out of the amount of meat
There's a
they put
whole
on there though.
strip of spots like that on that same block on Houston.
Oh word.
That
It
charge
was
$30 a
just-
sandwich.
That just it's like Cat set up shop, did well. 3 other ones popped up.
Oh, they serve the same type of shit. You mean?
Not yeah,
Just
kind
heavy
of.
on the
There's like a
AO.
Knish spot going one way. There's another bakery like that, like Cat's in the middle between them. Off all
I saw grilled cheese on the menu for $10.
Bro,
they got
you
that
can,
Jarlsberg or something. Jarlsberg cheese.
nigga, you
Yo,
can
you
go.
know what you just reminded me of?
What?
My dad used to go to Jackson's Hole. I'm definitely fucking with that this week.
Who you going
Jackson's
with?
Hole's official.
Got something to take out there?
I be in these streets dolo. Fuck you mean?
So why you laugh so hard when I ask you if you was buying Cat by yourself? That's what I want to know.
I just laugh.
He said, "Mind your
Why?
business."
Why did you laugh? Not that you laughed. But why?
Niggas stay in my business.
Inquiring minds want to know, man.
Listen, I went to Cats. I got a sandwich.
How many sandwiches you bought?
How much money you spent? We could tell how many sandwiches you bought.
What's your tab was? $150 steak one time.
I don't know.
Open the bank. Open the banking app.
Open the bank app. It was like, was it $50? Yeah,
50.
50.
Even. Pay cash?
No, card.
So it wasn't 50.
It was like 49 something, 48 something.
What she get?
What are you talking about? She got pastrami on rye.
Oh, okay.
Oh man,
You ain't get no extras?
no extras.
Kept it simple?
Mustard, pickles, cucumbers.
Suck your fingers after?
No.
Was that a deal breaker for the date?
Oh, I forgot about that. That's bad fucking
Who
funny.
does that?
Who does that?
What?
How you gonna get mad because a nigga lick his fingers after some ribs?
Yeah, that's a little.
Ribs?
Well, bro, if we being all the way real, it don't really matter what it was that you ate. That's just your vibe. That's just how you get down. You be like napkin in his lap, but be like,
Yo. Listen,
that's
man.
just how you give it up.
Maybe.
She ain't no better.
Maybe.
Maybe.
At least I eat kind of civilized, you know, besides that. I like this nigga. I do
Right?
that
You
too.
hear this nigga? This nigga got the nerve to be talking about somebody smacking. This nigga here, man.
When the fuck where was we at? When we recorded in your basement.
And this nigga was
And you
eating.
had the trail mix. This nigga-
Ah, shit. I was shaking him.
yes.
Did it come out on the recording?
Nigga, everybody who listens to this show, everybody hears it because they hear me address it on the show. Like, people are not going to be able to get that out their minds because that's what you do. You be like,
Nigga, my tongue big. The fuck?
Hey, yo.
Pause. Why you gotta do that?
What? So why you gotta ayo yourself?
listen, this nigga speak with a lisp.
Mm-hmm.
He don't.
What the fuck ever. I had a lisp before
Before your tongue got strong?
yeah. I had the whole tongue ring thing going on. Mad weird.
Back when you was an emo bisexual nigga.
I was never a bisexual nigga. Yeah. I done told you about fucking playing
Yo.
with me. Oh shit. So yeah. Your brother was just showing me Judas and the Black Messiah soundtrack. That shit is actually really fucking lit.
Didn't I say that last week?
You did?
Niggas don't listen to me when
I don't
speak.
remember.
I be forgetting. I don't remember him saying that.
I feel like we missed last week. Was it last week or the week before that?
The
We
week
missed one of
before.
these weeks.
We missed Super Bowl weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That was the night we were supposed to pull up.
Yo,
Whatever.
so while I was working Wednesday, saw on the TV Biden shooting down that $50K
The
loan
50K?
forgiveness. He said, I will not make that happen.
He said he doesn't think he has the powers, the legal powers to. Nigga, did you
You're the president.
just not watch Donald
Do whatever the fuck you want to
rule
do.
by executive order?
He did the same thing, nigga. He signed like 30 of them things when he first got in.
Exactly. And gonna fucking say he don't have the legal power to do so.
So look, President Joe Biden had a clear response when asked Tuesday by a CNN town hall attendee, how he would enact a $50,000 student debt forgiveness plan. I will not make that happen. That was his answer. The president's dismissal comes as some congressional Democrats have endorsed a student debt forgiveness program that would cancel up to $50K in debt for Americans. Quote, my point is, I understand the impact of debt and it can be debilitating. I'm prepared to write off the $10,000 debt, but not 50, because I don't think I have the authority to do it.
So how the
What's the
fuck you got
difference?
the authority to do 10?
What's the difference?
Now, that's how I feel. I feel like, nigga, after seeing Donald Trump in office, I'm convinced the president can do whatever the fuck they want to do without recourse, right? Without prejudice, without the worry of going to jail, especially if you're an old white man.
Right.
So if you wanted to forgive $50K in student loan debt, you could. Because I still sort of don't understand how a country that prints their own money can be in debt.
They don't print their own money.
They do.
They don't.
So
Whether they do it or the Federal Reserve is the entity that does it, they do it.
They don't do it.
Who prints it then?
A private company.
The Federal Reserve is the private company.
Yes.
Who created it?
The private company.
This nigga want
What
to
I'm
argue
saying
with technicality.
the money is printed.
Yes.
And they don't
Print
need
more.
it.
And how would that benefit the private company?
How does the
Because we're
private
paying you
company
to
get
print the money.
benefited in the first place?
What?
How does the private company get benefited in the first place?
By loaning you money that doesn't exist.
But the money technically stopped existing when it's no longer backed by silver or gold.
Exactly.
So the
So it
money
didn't
ain't been
exist
shit
to
for a
begin with.
long time.
Which is right. But how would it benefit me by just continuously printing money, making my money worth nothing?
It's
The money's
already worth nothing.
now.
It's worth nothing technically, but
What, further into the nothing scale? Who gives a shit?
So as a country, who would you rather owe? A company in your country or another country that can shift the power of the powerhouse countries?
there's a balance to it. And that's why they're not just going to keep printing money.
But there's not a balance because
Of course there is.
you look to other countries for a bailout. So now you owe these motherfuckers money because they loaned you money to put in circulation in your country. But then you went and got a loan from this country and you owe these motherfuckers too.
Right. But it alleviates some pressure from the dollar. So you go to China, you get some of their money because their money is looking really good and powerful. So you go take some of theirs, make their shit weaker. And you keep yours powerful by not taking some of that. And it's just the game of currency that you're playing. If you just keep printing U.S. dollars and going off U.S. dollars.
So what happened when everyone decide, all right, it's time to collect?
Good luck, nigga. We're going to war.
Right. Until them niggas band together.
As long as I owe you, you never go broke.
That's what they say, right?
You know the
But
world
if I
hates
need
us,
the
right?
money and you owe me, that don't help me.
Huh?
If I need the money and you owe me, that doesn't help me.
I give you back some. You're not getting back everything.
But I need everything to pay what I owe.
Good luck.
The world already hates us.
Who?
Us, America.
What world hates us?
Niggas is bullies.
Or America?
China.
That's a country.
Everywhere that we owe money. France.
They're allies.
They still don't like us.
Politically, they do.
Even Mama England. You know what I'm saying?
Politically, they do too.
So how much would it take if niggas decided to go, oh, they owe all us money. form the coalition.
They also have more F-22 Raptor jets than all of you niggas combined. What you want to do?
You sound like a Trump supporter.
I'm a truth supporter, nigga. Like, what do you?
We also got all of them Raptors. I feel you though. Gangster.
Biden said debt forgiveness should ideally depend on whether or not you go to a private or public university. The federal government should not forgive debt for students who went to elite schools like Harvard and Yale and Penn. But it's like, why?
But Penn State is a public school, no?
I don't think so.
State school. It's public.
I mean,
Harvard is not private.
Harvard is private. Yale's private.
But they're still elite schools, private, public. Like when someone say,
so
I
he's saying
graduated
just because
from
it's
Harvard,
expensive, I shouldn't pay for it.
Well, based off of this, it says the federal government should not forgive debt for students who went to elite schools.
Okay.
But it's like, why not? Because no matter what you went to school for, you're going to get a job that you can't afford to pay the loan back.
That's not always true.
Name something.
Name something like what?
That you can go to school for, and as soon as you get the degree, you can make enough money to pay the loan back.
Like in one shot? Or
What do you
like
mean in
over
one shot?
time?
Where it doesn't take you 30 years like a mortgage.
A doctor?
No.
Not a fact.
It's probably not a guarantee, but it's possible.
Them niggas average like 20.
What if you're a surgeon, you go in the private sector?
How many people
That's not what I
become
asked you.
surgeons and go into
That's
private
not what I
sector?
asked you.
That might be valid. You think even still they
But to get in the private sector, you still have to work in the public sector first.
But that's why I asked you whether you're asking if it could be paid off over time or paid. You said not 30 years.
I'm saying not 30 years.
So 29.
That's still a long time.
It is.
But that only proves my point, is that you go to school, no matter what you went to school for, you'll get a job. If you had to take out loans, you'll get a job where you can't afford to pay the loan back.
I don't think it all should be forgiven. Some people should get a break.
I don't think that it all should be forgiven either. I also don't believe that it should be as expensive as it is.
Some people need to take up accountability. Some of these universities need to take accountability.
for siphoning money.
Listen, education.
University needs to take accountability for teaching in a dying field, and where in 4 years when you graduate, this job won't even exist anymore. But you're still taking applicants for this job.
Yeah,
That's what they should be held accountable for, and they should lose out on their money for that.
for those. So it would be by major that you get these loans forgiven.
That's predatory lending.
But all of school is predatory lending. Technically.
It's somewhat, but if
if
I'm educating you in a field where it's possible for you to make some money and make a living for
it's
yourself,
just merely possible, so via capitalism that's acceptable, is what you're saying?
what?
It's the job is merely possible, so via capitalism that's acceptable.
If it's in need, if there's a growth rate in this field, if it hits certain markers, to at least say, look, this is what the future has planned, and this isn't a dying job, and we're going to need you regardless.
I think it was like 93% of medical students never make it to their fucking thing.
Now,
Never make it where?
Never make it into their field.
I don't disagree. Right?
They make that shit so competitive that you just get flushed out. So you shouldn't be fucking.
But that's the case with most post-secondary school, right? Whether you're going to be a doctor,
I'm
whether you're going
talking
to be a
even
lawyer.
undergrad. So you're lending people bread, even at an undergrad level, for them to
But again, that only
at a 93% rate not fucking make it.
that further proves my point.
But then at that point, you have an option to do something else.
Do you really? You spend 4 years in fucking school and then say, "Oh, I'm gonna start all over."
Go be a nurse from there or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
But that proves the
Nursing
point
is 6 years.
that you will go to school, spend
gonna
this
get
money, and still can't pay the loan back. Like that's the reality for most Americans. That's why when they're looking, like when you're looking to get a mortgage, get approved for a mortgage, unless you're not making student loan payments, they don't take the fact that you have a student loan into account. Why? Because most of the country has student loans. Most of the country who went to school, most of the people trying to buy a house probably have some sort of
Student loan debt.
yes. So they don't take it into account when they're pre-qualifying you.
Even if it's fucking killing your credit score?
It only kills your credit score if you're not paying.
Valid.
If you're making payments, if you have an arrangement with Sally Mae and
Freddie,
is it Sally Mae?
Annie, Freddie, Franny, yeah, whatever. Freddie Mac, Sally, whatever.
Yeah, Freddie Mac is mortgage shit, but Sally Mae is
School shit.
yeah.
Okay.
But as long as you have an arrangement, you've had a discussion, you have a plan, a strategy in place with them, it won't negatively affect the credit because you're making payments on it. Right? Every month, that balance should be going down. Because it's not what is it? It's amortized. So there's already a payment schedule of the interest that you're gonna pay, regardless of what your balance is. You're gonna pay this much interest by the time you finish paying this debt.
Quadruple, whatever the fuck it is you bought.
Yeah, so like 4%, like a 4% amortized loan is like 120% in interest. And not until recently did they make it federal law where the lending institutions have to tell you that. Like they have to show you the amortization schedule now. Before,
So they have to show you simple interest, like the way it shows in simple.
yeah, like what interest you'll be paying, how much interest compared to the amount that you've taken out. So on $100,000 loan, you're paying back $220,000. Now, if you took out student loans and you got to pay back 220 grand, and we just talking about $100,000.
But why go to a school that charges you $100,000 when you could go to the community college and they'll charge you like $4,000 a semester? You could get free and clear for like 20 grand in 4 years.
No, I'm with you on it.
I'm just asking a question.
But if someone wants to go and be a lawyer, it doesn't matter if you go to Harvard Law or Brooklyn Law.
Right.
Like law school is expensive, and you generally don't get financial aid for it. Like you have to take out a loan unless you have.
But you would only be taking out that loan if you got into the program, right?
Yes.
So why would you indebt yourself that much before you got into the program? Going to Harvard pre-law.
It looks good on the resume, where simply seeing that on the resume will get you a phone call. If you had to choose between someone who graduated from Harvard Business School or Baruch, both are good schools when it comes to business, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you think has more connections?
You're right.
Essentially, that's what you're paying for. Like you're paying for those connections.
Exactly. So you chose that shit. It's your fucking business.
And I understand that. I'm just saying, for the connections, even with the connections with the jobs that can be put in place for you, the job that you get is still not enough money to pay it back. You will spend the rest of your adult life paying that loan back.
Yep. I had my science teacher in high school. She was a teacher, obviously, right? But she was originally a pre-med student trying to become a doctor. And she took an internship as part of her master's or whatever, and discovered that she loved teaching so much. But she had put herself in like 170,000 in debt or some shit.
And as a teacher, I think certain occupations have loan forgiveness built into it. So like lawyers, if you become a lawyer, and I think you have to work for the public defender's office, I don't know how long, but if you work as a public defender for a certain amount of time, they forgive some of your loan debt. Not all of it, but some of it. And just that sum can be life-changing, right? To get you from underwater. Because if you had a full ride through your undergrad and you only have to pay for law school, you're in significantly less debt than most if you didn't have to take out loans for your undergrad.
Right.
But let's see.
So if there's an uprising of people who just stop going to these schools that are overcharging for education,
in the same fashion,
they would have to.
You said if there were?
Yeah, they would have to.
That could definitely fucking work. The same way they just did the whole GameStop thing, the GameStop stock thing.
So why don't they do that? I don't know, nigga. Like,
because there's always some wet behind the ears 17-year-olds ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
as long as you got a freshman class, you got an operational school. They suck the most money out of the freshmen. By the time a nigga is junior and senior, he's coasted. You know what I'm saying? The freshmen eat the most, buy the most merch. You know, subscribe to all the fucking fraternity, sorority shit. Keep shit moving.
I don't feel bad. Like, I don't have student loan debt. I was fortunate where I got to go to school for free. I went to a private school for free. My pops worked there. So family got to go tuition free. And then my last year, they made it tuition reduced. So I had to pay $400 for my last semester to go to school.
Woohoo.
Right? But a lot of my peers have student loan debt. Like, a lot of them are still paying it. Like, it's a racket. Like, the education system is a racket in general.
so if there was a way to fix it, what would it be?
Entrepreneurship.
To fix the costs of schooling,
Yeah.
lower it.
But how do you lower it when there's niggas willing to pay that? Or why would you?
Because you generally make more money when you have a sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lowering the tuition essentially would be a sale. I'm sure your enrollment would be higher, and you'll make more money than the year before because now you have more students in here. If you lower the cost of it,
Yes, but a place like Harvard is packing their shit out easily, charging what they're charging.
yes. But what is the need to continue to raise it up? Because every year tuition goes up.
Supply and
every
demand.
couple of years tuition goes up.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, but the demand or the supply hasn't changed.
It's really some pimp shit.
It hasn't, right? Because every year you might have 500,000 students trying to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Every year they let 2,000 students in.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like that
Right, but
forever.
The next year, 510,000 want to join,
and I'm
So
still
now-
gonna let 2,000 in.
but I'm gonna charge those 2,000 more because if one of them opt out of wanting to pay, there's 510,000 other motherfuckers that will.
But again, it's just greed on the part of the schools.
So how do you fix it? It's capitalism.
Put a cap on it. You got a cap in sports.
I mean, that's a little bit different.
Not really.
It is.
If you go over the cap, you pay a penalty.
How would you fix it?
Entrepreneurship.
Okay.
Fuck
You're
I say
talking
you
about
put a
just
cap on it.
avoiding college, period.
Yeah.
But college is necessary.
No.
It is.
It
It's
depends
not.
on what you're going to school for.
You're saying it's necessary for experience purposes?
No.
Or
It's necessary for certain things.
It depends what you're going to school for.
all of these certain things that you speak of can easily be trade programs if we forced it in that direction. For instance,
So you want
take-
you would let a nigga operate on you on that went to an 18-month trade program?
let me tell you something.
I'm
Yes
asking
or
you a
no?
question.
Yeah, sure, why not? I don't give a fuck. So
You lie.
You look, a CNA knows the same things that an LPN and an RN knows. It's the only difference is more hours sitting somewhere and more.
And you don't think that makes a difference?
No.
So
They just
Hold on.
structure it that way for the purpose of making bread.
so having the more hours doesn't make a difference.
No.
So if we
It weeds out assholes. It weeds out dumbasses.
if we bring it back to Jake Paul and
Nate Robinson,
right? They're both doing the same thing, right?
You could argue the hands-on aspect, but so far, how?
Because he had more experience.
Nigga, a doctor got a prescription book. They got an illness book. They still refer to fucking books the whole time.
Like most things.
It's on. If you want to be good at your craft, you're gonna study your craft. Don't have nothing to do with nothing. You do not need 11 years of school after high school to be a fucking doctor.
So you're telling me that you would trust a doctor with an associate's degree? If a doctor can just have an associate's
Not
degree,
associate's degree, 18-month trade certificate.
For a PhD that's running a whole hospital floor.
I'm not talking about running a hospital floor. I'm
Talk
talking
about
about
regular
a surgeon.
doctor.
I'm talking about
Someone who
operation
gonna cut
on
you
you, nigga.
open
A surgeon.
and operate on you.
Yeah.
2-3 years
Bust you open.
specialized trade program.
No, I said 18 months. Don't change the circumstance.
18 months school.
Okay.
Nigga, did it take you 18
you-
months to play Operation, motherfucker?
You'd have been you'd have been in the back alley getting your booty shots done too, nigga. That's what the draft would have been, right there on the table,
The
nigga.
cement butt?
The fix a flat butt, nigga.
This nigga bugging the fuck out.
He's tripping, but whatever. There are some things that requires college.
It's the same shit. It could all be focused into even if the trade program is 4 years. You don't need to have people fucking spend 12 years. At the end of that 12 years, think about it. At the end of that 12 years, how much do they really remember? They have to refer to shit
But
all the time
if-
and do
if-
ongoing stuff
if-
all the time.
Yes, because the technology
shit changes
changes
they
every day.
spent 12. All right, fine. No, it's not just because the technology
Of
changes.
course, not just technology, but the field changes. There's more information. You have to keep learning. It's why it's called a practice, nigga.
Fine.
You're constantly practicing. You're never actually You're continuously
You know
practicing.
what these niggas are doing? What they're doing for 12 hours is recycling. It's like reps. The same shit that you can
Right.
do
Yes.
You need reps.
as a fucking doctor after 3-4 years. You don't need 12 years of reps
But how,
to then go
but
give a nigga fucking amoxicillin for everything.
how would you get rid of the niggas who are not really in it? Right? Anybody could do 4 years. How many
Word.
niggas gonna do 12?
Have stringent prerequisites for high school. End of
I don't
discussion.
even know what that means.
Have stringent fucking requirements
Like
for
what?
the program.
Like what? How would you weed that out?
background check, fucking high school, perfect
You're
high school
18
record.
years old. How much shit is going to happen by the time you're 18?
13, 14 years old. A fucking kid. You still can't even take care of yourself.
So that's I asked this at the beginning. Are y'all saying it for the
We're
just
asking
straight up
how
experience?
you would fix it.
Right.
The question was
But
how you would fix that. You said
I think there are
entrepreneurship.
some things that's needed for. There's shit that you just need it for. It just is what it
Doctor,
is.
lawyer. That's what you would obviously present, right?
No,
Even
not
though a
even.
lawyer can be self-taught.
I think lawyers. some
My
bullshit
business
anyway.
partner knows fucking more law than most lawyers.
Okay. I'm talking about doctors.
So can the
though.
doctor shit.
I don't think so. I
Can
don't
be
think that's
self-taught.
important.
These niggas are poorly taught to begin with. They're pushing a fucking medical narrative that's fucking not health at most times. So why
Which
we
is-
need 12 years for that?
Which is a different discussion.
But that's what I'm saying though. It doesn't fucking matter. You could focus that bullshit into a 3-4 year trade program and keep it the fuck moving. But I would highly suggest people stop fucking wasting their lives away on this shit because so many people never make it there. It's a waste. You put yourself in debt to then
So
not.
do you believe doctors are necessary?
Sure. Why not? No, I don't personally.
So
Don't get me
you
wrong.
think-
They do certain shit.
So you think a world with no doctors is better off than a world with?
Nurses, it's just the type of doctors that blows mine. Nurses, bedside people.
No.
Anybody
you
can.
think-
Anyone can be a CNA.
Yeah.
So do
For the
you
most
think
part, they change
the
bedpans.
world would be better off
Yeah.
without doctors? And these people in these research facilities doing research on medicine and shit like that.
No, I can't say that. That would be irresponsible of me. Because they do find ways to fucking move certain shit, move the needle on certain issues and shit.
But they're doctors.
So, but
I
you,
just
but you
prefer
think all
holistic
this shit should
over-
be moved into a 3-year program? Because those niggas doing research, those are doctors too. They're just in a different line of work.
And you know what they learned to do for 12 years?
What they learn to do?
Research.
They learn to do the same thing.
Exactly. The same stuff that it's all ongoing. So what I'm trying to say is, I know that the majority of this shit could be self-taught, right? You do not need to siphon someone's money.
But how would you know if they did it right if they're self-taught?
The same curriculum that they're going to hand you in school, you can go and teach yourself.
But me as a nigga that's gonna hire you, how would I know that you're self-taught? What would I do to weed that out?
Go over the fucking basics. Go over the...
So you just want a nigga to come in, take a test, and
Essentially, that's what
Walk
your
out
test
his
scores are
house,
going to go do.
walk into
You
a
can still have the same
government
fucking...
facility and take a
You
test.
can still have the same evaluation at the end of a trade program.
If that's what you're comfortable with, okay. You're wrong, but okay.
I'm not wrong.
You're wrong.
I'm not.
Matter of fact, you're right.
You're right.
Fuck you.
Start some shit. Go ahead.
But yeah. Okay. If you want to make the argument, doctors and lawyers, cool. But even still, 95,
So-
90, over 90% don't make it.
So,
So,
Regardless
these
of who
same,
doesn't
hold up,
make
but
it.
these same,
accounting, physics,
do you think that it makes
fucking
sense?
engineers,
Do you think that it makes sense for
fucking,
9 out of 10 people to go to college, accumulate all this debt in hopes of
that's
getting
not,
there?
That's
to
not what I
make
asked you.
it?
That's not what I fucking asked you.
I'm asking another question.
But
Don't
I
ask
think
the
that has
question. You
more
didn't
to
even answer
do
my
with
question first.
self-reflection.
How do you fix it?
I just kind of explained to you what I think would fix it. Make it into a trade program and keep it moving.
So
Okay.
now I'm gonna
Even if it's a
pack
trade
in-
program.
So now I'm gonna
It's
pack
a
in
$60,000
$200.
trade program.
Right.
Oh, you're saying that they're still going to accumulate
Because
debt?
that's the issue.
Or
Because
I'm gonna
why would I
pack
issue
it
this
into
trade
4
program
years
for
and
free?
still charge you $200,000. That's not fixing the issue.
You would produce. I think you would get better production out of that. You pay it up front, or you do whatever. Instead of sucking, you got to understand. People go to undergrad, right? You got to get through undergrad. Then you got.
So you think the length of time that they're going to school is the issue?
Then you go to 4 year. Yeah. Do you go to 4 year?
Why do you? Why?
You go to 4 year medical school.
All right, you 12
That's
years.
8.
Okay,
And then what do?
14 years. Whatever. What difference does it make? Then you go to work.
You go to work, and what happens?
You tell me.
You got to make nothing for 3 to 5 years.
Okay, so if you scale that back and they start making money 8 years before, but they still got to pay $200,000, that's better.
No, but I just think that.
So they pay off their school loans 4 years earlier,
right?
And that would make sense to you.
No, that would be technically 8, 9 years earlier.
Okay, and that would make more sense to you.
Why not? I think the fucking medical industry is bullshit. So
It is, but that's not what we're arguing right now, though.
Right, it has nothing to do with medical.
If they're pushing the bullshit narrative anyway, what's the
college
problem?
period. College period.
College is
Engineers.
bullshit. Especially if you don't know what you're doing. And 9 times, what I mean by know what you're doing is know the lane that you're
Niggas
taking.
going to Mars.
But again, that what you're saying doesn't have to do with the school. That's more about self-reflection, right? Like, I can say, I want to be a doctor.
I'm talking from the whole predatory lending versus opportunity cost versus the amount of motherfuckers that go in and don't finish.
But again, the not finishing is on who? The school or the student?
You already know how the
Which one? The school or the student?
it depends.
Why?
Because sometimes it's circumstances. You're basically trying to say it's always the student's fault if they don't finish.
Yes. Yes, sure, the programs are rigorous. But again, that calls for the self-reflection, right? Like,
So you're basically trying to y'all basically trying to say that y'all are okay with the way that these schools violate people.
no,
that's not
no
what I
one's
said.
saying that.
The initial conversation was how to stop the schools from charging this much money in the
Either
first
charging
place.
this much money or figuring out a way to implement more trade, more on-the-job training.
So that it
with
don't take
a
you 40 years to
mixture-
pay this shit back.
Right, with a mixture of college and on-job and trade school. And how do you find that perfect balance to where, and also what the people are being paid, right? Like, how you require a bachelor's degree for a $14 an hour job. Like, things like that, right? But that type of shit is because that job is no longer in demand. That's some data entry bullshit. That doesn't need to. You don't need to go to fucking. You don't need to go to college at all to do some shit like that.
Especially
I was
in
doing
this day
data
and age.
entry for my brother's wife when I was 8 years old. Nigga, like,
I mean, I don't know.
So like for me, I said a way to fix it, you put a cap on what they can charge for tuition. Just like all of the major sports have a salary cap, with the exception of baseball.
A yearly cap.
Yeah, but you don't do it for a year because they raise tuition every year. For X amount of years, you can't raise the
but
tuition.
in capitalism, you can't just tell people that you just can't charge that much, right? So there has to be a more complex, intuitive kind of system. And
Yes, the salary cap.
I don't think you could do that in
So
a
you-
capitalist country.
You look at football, right?
'Cause then I'll just sue the shit out of you.
Football is capitalism. Yes,
It is, but they're in a league that sets requirements.
the Ivy League.
This nigga here.
Are those not the elite schools?
They are the elite schools, but they are not part of a league.
They the ones who's raping the motherfuckers for $100,000 a semester.
Yes, but they are not part of an association, a group of association group.
Make one.
But there is no cap on how much money the NFL can make. There's just
I'm not
a cap
talking about
on
what they
how
can make.
The cap is on how much they can pay players based on a
And
collective
in this situation,
bargaining agreement.
the schools will be the players.
Then that doesn't make sense.
It does.
It doesn't.
Yes.
The
It's
school
just,
is the institution. How can you cap the amount of money they can make?
it's the inverse. You cap the amount of money that they charge because somebody else is paying them. Right? Without the students, they don't make money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You put a cap on what they can charge.
Right. But can you cap how much a nigga could charge for floor seats at a Laker game? No.
Not on the secondary market. But if people decide not to pay what Lakers floor seats cost, they will bring the price down.
Or they'll leave them empty.
Excuse me. So you're talking about the fixes people's support of it.
What do you mean?
People going in, not having grief about paying it.
Yes. The people who are not complaining about what these tuitions cost can afford to pay this outright.
Well, they're complaining after the fact, not before, because
And they're not even necessarily complaining
because they think it's going to work out for them.
Like, you look at
They think they're going to be the exception and not the rule.
You just said why we're discussing the wrong aspect of it, though. Because ultimately the problem is the siphoning of money with knowing that majority of the people that enter the premises are not going to be able to secure a job in their field.
Right. And that's why I said that there needs to be some kind of system between trade, on-job training, and college that works for everybody, where you're not going for a bachelor's degree in data entry or liberal arts or whatever the fuck niggas be going to school for that don't mean shit.
So what you're then asking for is a reform of curriculum all around the board.
Yeah.
But even after that, doesn't it make it so? Okay, let's say we knock out all the curriculum that applies to jobs.
When Obama was in office, right? He got rid of all those fucking online universities that were just charging a bunch of niggas money, taking their money, promising them fucking job placement, and never coming out on their promise, never making good on their promises, right? Do the same thing with these colleges. Figure out who's fucking has these ancient programs still in their schools, charging people $60,000 to go to college for it, and niggas can't even make $60,000 a year coming out.
That's the complaint.
Get rid of those systems.
That you spend
now
this
those
much
things
money
should
every
be
year
moved,
and can't afford.
Right. Those
that.
things should be moved from a college-based platform to either on-the-job training platform or a trade platform, and keep that cycle going. Where as new things come in, those go into the college platform because those things are going to cost more money in research and development and all that shit, and it trickles down and out.
Don't you think we should just put it on the institutions that provide jobs to fucking train everything?
No.
Why?
Because now I'm paying you to learn instead of paying you to do the job.
And not only that, but some things aren't beneficial, like at all. Like it has to be a beneficial system still. Like you can't just, oh, you're the company, we're gonna just fuck you. No, you have to. It has to be a beneficial system for everyone. So as those things, as it's more expensive to teach these things, make them go to college for it and learn it. And as long as there's growth in that industry, so be it.
See, I think that it's easier for adults making these decisions who are already in the workforce, because many jobs have either they'll pay the tuition or they'll reimburse you for the tuition as long as you maintain a certain GPA.
Yeah.
Right? So for an adult, that decision is easier. You're not necessarily taking on debt that you know that you can't pay back, or taking on debt that you know is going to cost you X amount of dollars every month for X amount of years. For kids, young adults who still at the end of undergrad, we'll take it even further back, who in high school don't understand money, how money works, simple interest versus amortization. Those are the people who are being taken advantage of, right? Because their parents also don't understand money and will co-sign on these loans, and now everybody is fucked. Depending on what you want to do for a living, you don't need school.
Which is true.
Like, when people tell me that they have a business degree, I'm like, why? I understand common sense is not that common, but common sense is pretty common.
There's, I guess, some things you can learn in business school that you're not just going to learn on the fly.
If you have a degree in business management, right? I have an associate's degree in information technology.
Like I don't know what goes on there. So I can't say.
I'm telling you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because my brother has a bachelor's in business management. So everything that he's done in his 4 years or learned in his 4 years, I learned while working for Barnes & Noble. I didn't have to take on debt. I didn't have to sit in school for 4 years. If you start at a company and work your way up, they'll teach you that. Like they'll teach you how to be a part of this company. They'll teach you the management skills that they're looking for in someone who'd be successful in this particular company. I don't think that is a major that you need to get a degree to do. Right? Like at UPS, right? What do you do now?
Pick things up and put them down.
The shop steward, right? Yes? No? They have those?
Yes.
Is that like a supervisory position?
No.
I always thought that was.
So did I.
If
I'm not talking from a standpoint of no, I run this office, I read the P&L, I set the routes, but the drivers look to y'all for guidance.
they look to us to know what they can and can't do, what their rights are. It's more of a okay. I accept the supervisor role just for the sake of argument. Okay,
right? Did you need to go to college?
No, you don't need to go to college. No.
You worked in the company. As an employee, you know what's in your best interest. You went and made sure that you knew what your rights were as an employee, as a driver, right? But just because there's a book doesn't mean that everybody has read it, right?
Right.
But you went, you made sure that you knew what was important to you and you understood the policies that pertain to that, right?
Right.
You didn't have to go to school for that.
No, I didn't.
And all you had to do was remember what you read.
For the most part.
And now you still have other people who look to you for guidance with these same rights that they have access to, because I'm sure every employee gets an employee handbook.
Right.
Right? It's the same thing with business management. If you work in the company, they're going to teach you the culture. Your managers, your success is reflective of the people that you work under. So when I was training people, I want you to know how to do everything that I can do, because that means that I don't have to fucking be here. If I decide I'm not coming in this week, I can rest assured that my store will not be burned to the ground, because I taught you the management skills that you needed to be successful.
Well, what about the people who don't learn that well like that? Who aren't naturally gonna assert themselves into the business to know those things or to find out those things.
Those just sound like niggas that get fired before they even make it out of probation.
Or they go to college to find out those things beforehand and then go get the job that they want.
I guess, but even when you're in college, right?
Whether you did it there or at college,
it costs
some
less to do it
dickhead
on the
is a
job.
dickhead.
Of course it does. But that's what you're paying for, because you rather take that route. But it's also, it may or may not be a quicker route as well. You go to school for 4 years, you come out, you go straight into management. How long did it take you to become a manager?
1.5 years.
From the first day you started working?
Yep.
So?
But again, my company has a manager development program where, okay, if you
I can't stop.
You may be one of the, Barnes & Noble may be one of those few places that also do that. In UPS, they're not taking that.
no, but so what I'm
Those
saying
niggas
is,
been supervised for 30 years because they don't have a degree.
but UPS is also a company that has tuition reimbursement. So if the degree is the only issue, Barnes & Noble is going to UPS will foot the bill, as long as what you're going to school for will help the business.
Yes. But
so if you want to move past the supervisor, go to school.
How many people are willing to go to school full time and work? Physically, how many people can handle that?
You don't have to go full time. You've been working here for 30 years already.
I'm talking about the 18-year-old.
You're going to work here anyway.
I'm
this
talking
is
about
where you want
the
to be,
person
right?
that's usually going to be going to college.
Let's say you got in UPS at 18, right? As a preloader, they get tuition reimbursement too. So,
And it's also not an easy job.
and I'm not taking away from that, right? But if moving up in the company is what you want, and your company says this is what you have to do,
And to get tuition reimbursement, I think you have to go to school full time.
I don't know for sure.
That's not a fact.
I believe in UPS, that's true.
Oh, it might be for UPS.
I know that,
And you have to maintain certain grades.
How the fuck
you
are
have
you
to
going to
maintain
work
a
for
seat.
UPS and go to school full time? So they just, that's just one of those things
That's
that they
why-
set up.
But that's why a lot of niggas go to night school, because it's less stringent. They already know that these niggas got live. They take it easy on you.
Most of
A lot of niggas
most
go to
of the
night school.
professors know. Okay,
There's
everyone is here at night because they're working
Right.
during the day.
When I started, my supervisor, when he was younger, he did a route. They knew he had to leave at a certain time. He had a 2-man route. He would leave at 5 o'clock. That guy would finish the route, whatever was left, probably just pickups or whatever. He would go to school till 9, 10 o'clock at night, do it again next day. Then he went to management and so forth and so on.
But that paid off for him.
In the long run. But some people...
but these are these decisions that we're making regarding school are for the long run. Like, they're long-term decisions. Like, you don't decide, I'm going to go to college to be an engineer, and decide, I want to be a rapper instead.
Huh.
So
But some people do. I think that happens more times than not. Some people think they want to do something at 17 that they don't really want to do when they're 25.
That goes back to the self-reflection. I feel like if you have that much desire about going to school,
You need to have enough.
Take up. Don't do anything specialized. Right? You can go to a community
That
school.
would make less sense.
Go to a community school. If you wanna dabble in this, you can take an entry level course to that to see if that piques your interest at that point. At a community school or a state school that costs less than these private institutions that are going to have you paying them back for the next 20 to 40 years.
Whatever. You right.
What the fuck ever, nigga.
I'm just saying that I'm not an advocate for school, right? Like I went and finished my associate's degree as a condition of my release. They said I had to be in school or have a job. I did both. Leave me alone. I'm in school and I'm working. I don't have time to get in trouble. Leave me alone. And that's what they did. They left me the fuck alone. They left me to do my own thing. Like, parole was a breeze. In the 5 years that I was on parole, these niggas probably popped up at my house like 6 times.
How many times were you home?
Out of those 6 times that they popped up, probably 3. Word. Like, nigga, I got... And one of those times was at night. I had just left, and I wasn't home. Brand new PO. Because over the 5 years, I had 4 POs. The first dude, gay nigga. Cool as shit, though.
You gave him some?
Nah.
Let me taste.
He wouldn't even make me come downstairs. He would call my phone and tell me to come to the balcony because I was staying with my cousin.
Like, just to see that you're in the house?
Yeah. So he'd be at the crib at 6:50 in the morning. I'm outside. Come on the balcony. I walk on the balcony. I give a wave. He hangs up the phone and drives off. The roughest one that I had was Gary Berringer, Puerto Rican nigga, old Puerto Rican man. Like, he's
always the
on his way out
Spanish niggas.
He's on his way out the door.
Like out the job,
Like,
or
no, like
in the
retiring.
casket?
Retiring.
I can't stop coughing. Sorry.
Like, he.
It's because my throat is dry. Pause.
Hey, yo.
Oh, my son, throat baby.
This nigga got an old
Yeah.
Make me fucking shoot you in your shit.
You want to get back?
I put it away. Stop.
Got the Blicky case. It gets sticky. You heard? But like, he was rough. And I think it was just because like we weren't familiar with each other. He just sees my paperwork. Okay, there's this, there's that. All right, we gonna do pop-ups, and you come here every week. Every week, bro. I seen the other nigga every other month. I don't care about that. You gonna be here every week, which fucks up my work shit, right? Because I got a store to open that I can't open because I gotta be here in this parole office. But like after the first couple of visits, like when I come into parole, I'm dressed in a suit because when I leave here, I gotta manage a store. So him seeing that, him seeing that I work, I'm in school, him seeing, okay, this nigga never gave me no dirty piss. His only issue is he don't like to be home. But he also not in trouble. All right. Then he fell back. But every single time they switch, like the PO was a hard ass in the beginning. And all of them do pop-ups. But like after, it was like, niggas let me go out the state, go on vacation, all kinds of shit. But like, that's why I went to school. If I wasn't on paper, I wasn't going back to finish that. Like, I went to school for IT. You want to know why I chose IT in the end? It was easy. I've been putting computers together since I was 12. I went to a vocational high school where, had I taken it seriously, I could have had the certification from high school and wouldn't have had to go to college to get the certification. Because that certification will get you further than a degree. You can have a master's in IT. If you don't have a certification, who gives a fuck? And the certifications, all you have to do is pass the test. And take Cisco certification. The CCNA is one of the most difficult IT certifications that you'll take. So much so that if you have the certification, they'll give you a job off the strength of that. Like, you don't have to have any work experience dealing with this if you just have the certification, because they know that it's so rigorous and hands-on that if you have it, okay, he can do this. So for IT, you don't need school. You can self-teach. You can get a book, read a book, and pass the test.
Those means to an end type shit.
And it'll get you further than a degree. If I have a CCNA, right, Cisco Certified Network Admin, right? If I have that, and I'm going up against somebody who just has a bachelor's degree, they'll put me above the person with the bachelor's. Simply because I have the certification that says I've taken your coursework and passed your test.
In certain instances, that's why the certain instances thing.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of the arts you don't need a degree for.
Right.
The sciences, sure. Right? Because who cares what this nigga talking about? I'm not going to let a doctor who has a trade program do a motherfucking heart surgery on me.
But what about, like...
All right, let me ask you something. Hold on. Hold up. If you got if you were not accustomed to the system of the 12-year bullshit, would y'all feel the same way? You gonna play in your head that 4 years is not enough? Because I think y'all talking specifically from the standpoint of knowing that it's 12 years now.
It's coming from a point of experience, right? Who would you rather have on your team? Rookie LeBron James or year number 8 Michael Jordan?
Rookie LeBron James.
Why?
Because that nigga been nice the whole time.
Sure, he made the playoffs, but he ain't win shit. Who will you get the better results from? Rookie LeBron or year 8 Michael Jordan?
I guess.
Coming from the nigga that don't shit on
Don't
LeBron
like
all
LeBron.
day long. You going just for argument, just for the sake of your argument, you gonna pick LeBron? Fuck out of here, nigga.
Listen, I like LeBron,
Me too.
but I'm taking
but
year
y'all both
8 Michael
LeBron
Jordan.
haters.
I hear you.
I'm taking year 8 Michael Jordan over.
All I'm
rookie
saying
LeBron
is,
James.
if the system didn't exist that way, would you still feel the same? If you were brought up in a system where doctors had
I
a
would
3-4 year
want the
trade program, you
more
would shut the fuck up
experienced
about it.
doctor. to
So
operate
you
on
gonna
me.
walk up in the hospital and go, hey, which doctor been here the longest? All right, I want that one. All right, cool.
No, but you have the right to ask that. You don't have to take the doctor that they gave you.
I'm just saying. That's what you'd be doing?
I want the head cardiologist. You're gonna no. Let me get a resident.
It's all bullshit.
So you would take the resident.
I don't give a fuck because chances are I'm here for a good time, not a long time.
So you would take the nigga that
I don't
has
care.
3 surgeries under his belt, opposed to the nigga that has thousands.
Yes.
Opposed to the
Go
nigga
ahead
that
and
has
say yes.
repetitions.
Surgery?
Say yes.
In anything. In
Say
anything.
yes. No, say yes.
Surgery is just the catalyst, but anything, nigga.
Say yes. Say it.
Get the fuck out of here.
Go ahead. This motherfucker talking about, yeah, let me get the nigga who did 2 surgeries. Let me get the nigga who did 2 surgeries.
I don't give up.
Over the nigga who did 800 surgeries.
You playing with me. Son of a bitch. I hear you. Whatever. I'm just saying. Could be a trade program.
All right. But,
Next time.
you ain't got no thing you want to discuss? No?
No things. What
Oh,
the fuck
okay.
are you talking about?
You know what thing I'm talking about.
My adventures are private information from here on.
No. I'm talking about the other thing, your Facebook thing.
Facebook.
Your Facebook discussions.
Oh, no, I don't want to talk about that.
No.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
I'm trying to stick away from, the hard conversations.
Mm-hmm.
Know what I mean?
No.
No, I don't know what you mean, but okay.
I don't know what you mean.
The hard conversations. I'm trying to be lighthearted for a little while. Now niggas, you know what I'm saying? Gotta get used to this video shit.
All right, let's go. Bye.
See y'all niggas next week. This feels so gangster right now.
Does it?
My SB14
Till a motherfucker coming with a shoddy.
podcast. Come on, Dick. See y'all next week.
Love.